Welcome back to Pokémon Colosseum. In the last part, we finished here in Agate Village. We learned how to purify Shadow Pokémon, and we also got the message that we need to head over to Mount Battle. But before we do that, you can see that we are in the daycare house for a couple of reasons. The first being, I took your suggestions and re-nicknamed two of my Pokémon. Say hello to Apollo the Espeon and Artie the Umbreon. Both names come from Greek mythology, from the god of the sun, that's Apollo, and the god of the moon, Artemis, or Artie for short. And there's another reason we're here, and that's to check on Plusle, who's been sitting in the daycare for a little while. How are you doing? Plusle has grown by about 4 levels. That should put it at 18, I think. That's still a little too far behind for my liking. At the end of the last part, we actually managed to purify a fair few Shadow Pokémon. One that I was working on purifying was a bit too stubborn to do that. And actually, in the time between then and starting this recording, and just walking around town briefly, the final lock of Ferret's Heart Gauge is ready to be opened, so I guess we'll go and do that now. On the way, there's something else I wanted to do, which was get that item box down there. When I mentioned walking around town just now, that's what I was doing, trying to work out how to get to that item box. I just completely missed it when I was walking around town. There's only a few angles you can see it from, so I want to go and grab this. Let's see what it is. An experience share. Okay, that's pretty good. In fact, that's really good, and that changes my thoughts about leaving Plusle in daycare. If we could just put the experience share on it, then we can have it in the party, and it will gain some experience no matter what. The thing is, we do have a lot of Pokemon to be purifying at the moment, so I don't know exactly whether I'll put Plusle in the party, but since we're heading to a place called Mount Battle, it's probably a really good time to do that. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think carefully about who to leave out. So here we are. We're back at the Relic Stone. There's a Pokemon that may open the door to its heart, and it's Ferret. Ferret opened the door to its heart. Ferret regained the move Iron Tail, and regained 8,462 XP points. Grew to level 34, nice. And to level 35, even nicer. And there's the ribbon. Oh, and it gives us the opportunity to nickname it, I forgot about that. That's really convenient, since I did get a suggestion for a nickname for Ferret too. We're going to call it Acer. Thank you for the suggestions in the comments. Really appreciate them. It's great to have a little bit of audience interaction. So that leaves us now with a purified Ferret. With Iron Tail now as well. Interesting. And as much as I said I'd like to keep Acer on the team, as a permanent fixture perhaps, I think now is a good time perhaps for her to take a rest, and for us to put Plusle on the team with the experience share. I feel like we'll be able to get away with that. Hopefully, at least. Let's remember where the ramp is. I don't know why, I just completely forget every single time where that ramp is. Okay, so let's have a think about how we're going to do this. Through the magic power of editing, we are back in the daycare house. We're going to get Plusle out, because now we have that experience share, and it actually leveled up in that time, so that's great. 600 Pokemon dollars, that's a fair price, I think, for 5 levels. Welcome back, Plusle. We got Plusle back from the daycare lady. Okay. So Plusle's back on the team, level 19, and as you can see, Hitmontop is also on the team. I decided to leave Sudowoodo behind. I just don't see a world in which I actually use it, and we'll definitely put it back on the team at some point and try and purify it. I do want to try and purify every Pokemon that we snag. But as for now, I think there's a more likely possibility that I actually use Plusle. So we're going to put it on the team, we're going to see how much experience he can get, and we're going to head over to Mount Battle. That is the next thing for us to do. So I suppose it's time to leave Agate Village behind. It was a nice place, certainly a nice break from places like Pyrite Town, but now I'm curious to see what Mount Battle is all about. Mount Battle, a place of challenging training for all trainers. It is currently held by a sinister gang. So I actually noticed that the information about these places updates over time as events happen in the story. Pyrite Town is now an honorable town of thugs and scoundrels where shadow Pokemon were once distributed. I really like that that's changed. It's a nice little detail, and this game does nice little details really well. Here we are, Mount Battle. The classic Pokemon person running around in a circle. Hey. It's terrible, terrible! I tell you, it's terrible! Mount Battle is under attack by a group of shady people. I'm so out of breath. Well, you don't know if you're coming or going. Are you gonna fight the shady people or run away from them? Make up your mind. Hello. Thinking about taking the Mount Battle challenge? Forget about it. I keep clear of that place for now. I hear Mount Battle's been taken over by a bunch of trainers that use weird Pokemon. That's alright, we're used to Pokemon that are slightly weird. Who do I want to lead with? Let's put Misdreavus back in for a little while. We'll do Misdreavus alongside Apollo, actually. I think that would be good. And I'm still taking suggestions for nicknames. Even if I'm not going to use the Pokemon, I might still just give them the nickname. So if anyone has any more suggestions, go for it. It looks like they're after Vander, who's an area leader. But why would anyone want to do that? I'd go help, but the best I've ever managed is 8 consecutive wins. I wouldn't get very far. Oh man, there's going to be a lot of battling, isn't there? A bunch of creepy looking trainers came and started attacking other trainers without any warning. Those trainers, the Pokemon they had weren't normal, any way you look at them. This is a distinguished place of training for honorable trainers. What is the meaning of this outrage? Those attackers, how dare they attack others without any regard for the rules? They're failures as trainers. But anyway, yes, I'm the move deleter. Don't be shocked, but I can make Pokemon forget their moves. Would you like me to do that? Not right now, but we will remember you. Come again if there are other moves to be forgotten. Yes, we will remember you if there are moves to be forgotten. And it looks like we have a few different options here. That's a Pokemon Center. Perhaps that's the way in. What do you have to say? This is the coupon exchange, but right now everything is suspended because of those horrible people. So this is like a battle tower kind of challenge then? No, sorry, I can't let you in. It's full of thugs, it's dangerous. Oh, you heard about it from Duking? You must be here to save us. You see, it was me who contacted Duking for help. I didn't think you would get here so quickly. But please be careful, the power of their Pokemon isn't normal. That's alright, we got this. In we go to Mount Battle. Oh snap. Whoops, hold on. Aren't you mistaking something? All training has been put on hold. But if you really must, sure, I'll battle you. Alright, let's battle. Raidaturo. So this is gonna be a really long chain of battles, I suppose. And I'm guessing that's gonna be a recurring feature in this game, since we've had things like the Colosseum already, and the pre-gym challenge. So I guess this game really just enjoys throwing loads and loads of battles at you at one time. Which doesn't bother me from a playing perspective, but from a making a video perspective, it's a little bothersome because a lot of these battles will be pretty repetitive, especially when there aren't any shadow Pokemon. So, as per the norm, I'm just going to try and blast through these as quickly as possible and only show the important parts of the battle. Oh, Misdreavus got burned. That's annoying. Don't you start this. Do not dare start this again. Really? 2 embers, 2 burns. Is that how it's going to be today? Huh? Alright. Nice one, Dunsparce. Fossil grew to level 20. Excellent. Experience share already doing some work. Alright, well that was that. You don't need any training. Well, I would argue that actually. I feel a little bit weak at the moment. Ugh, Master Dakim will reprimand me. So you were a thug. You weren't just a random guy that was here and didn't have a clue what was going on. Interesting, okay. So that battle was annoying, and I think it's showing that having so many Pokemon on my team that I'm purifying instead of Pokemon that are purified and are gaining experience might become a detriment to me later in the game. As I said previously, I'm going to start thinking about which Pokemon will be permanent fixtures on my team. Whatever the situation, I won't abandon my duties. Hello and welcome to the Pokemon Center. Well, thank you. Much appreciated. Yeah, so as I said, I'm going to be thinking carefully about which Pokemon I'm going to add to my team as permanent fixtures, especially once they're purified. We've had a little while to try out a fair few of the Pokemon we've caught so far, and I think that's going to definitely influence my decision. But let's just get through this for now and see what's going on to Platform 2. Huh? Turo took a fall, did he? I never could count on that guy. Well, I'll just think of it as there being more for me to enjoy. Come on. Hunter Drovich. Okay, you're gonna go down the same way as your buddy. Swinub, cute. And a Boltai. More ground types, huh? Seems to be a recurring theme at the moment. Well, as long as you don't use Sand Attack 3 million times, we should be alright. Ooh, Larvitar, cool. I really like that animation, the spinning top animation for Hitmontop. That's great. Expected, of course, from this game, but still, great. And plus we'll grow to level 21. Oh, they're just gonna keep using ground-type moves on Misdreavus, huh? It's not gonna work. Also, I'm not sure if I actually mentioned it, but Misdreavus got its third move, Mean Look, which doesn't seem particularly very useful. Stopping Pokemon from switching out seems like it would be only useful in a very small amount of situations. But I suppose it's better to have it than nothing. Ah! Alright, well, that's number 2 down. They keep using moves that lower my accuracy. I'm not going to be happy with them. I'm going to get reprimanded too. Well, we keep hearing about this Dakim guy. He's been mentioned a few times up until now. I'm guessing he's another, maybe an admin of Cypher, like Mirabee was? Yeah, we'll stick with these two for now. They haven't matched up particularly well up until now, but it's got to get better for them, surely? What's going on? Both Turo and Drovich went down? That's weak. I'm not going to go down easily. We will see about that. Oh man, I definitely thought that said Kermit. Ryder Kermit. No. Ryder Kimmit. And she has my worst nemesis again. I'm so tired of seeing Sandshrew because I know what it means every time. It means your attack missed. Get out of here. Level 33 for Apollo. Congratulations. And 22 for Plusle. I was definitely right to bring Plusle along, I think. And Plusle is trying to learn Encore. Okay. You know what? That would be pretty good, actually. Locking a Pokemon into a certain move could be really useful, but I really like all the other moves that we have at the moment. I think I might even get benefit out of Helping Hand. So we're going to pass on Encore because we have Taunt, which can do a similar kind of thing. Okay, well, Misdreavus is doing some pretty heavy lifting with these critical hits at the moment, which is nice. Alright, Kermit. It's not easy being green. I went down easily. Yeah, you did. Just today, I'll back off easily. Okay, you do that. We are going to switch Apollo out, and we're going to put Artie in. We're going to continue to use Misdreavus, because its heart gauge is taking a fair while, actually, to lower. But I feel like it will be worth it. So let's keep moving on to battle number 4. That trio you've already defeated. If I likened them to food, they would only be hors d'oeuvres. The real battling begins now. Alright, well, I'm a little curious to know how many battles there will be Ryder Raiden. There was a guy in the lobby who mentioned 8 battles in a row. This is our 4th, and traditionally we've had 4 battles in a row so far in this game. So I'm wondering if there'll be something immediately after this, or whether we'll have to go on further. Time will tell. $23 for Plusle. Alright, another one bites the dust. Literally, because there are so many ground types around at the moment. And it's actually really great to have Misdreavus for all of this, because Misdreavus has Levitate. Please, no! Too late, buddy. The real battles begin after me. Well, that's not what you said before the battle. So yeah, Misdreavus is seeming pretty strong right now, since there are a lot of ground types and he can't be affected by ground type moves. And they seem to like to use normal type moves on a ghost type as well, so most of the damage that he's taken at the moment has been from his own Shadow Rush. We're going to keep using Misdreavus. And I called it out of hyper mode in the last turn of the last battle, and we got Shadow Ball as a result, so pretty much just a level up in power for Misdreavus in general. We're just going to heal up the team a little bit with some super potions. We're going to keep using Artie, since I want him to be able to keep up with Apollo. I think it slows down the battles a little bit because Apollo hits harder, but it's fine. Wow, you've come a long way from home. You should be proud of yourselves. But prepare for a thrashing. I never miss targets once I get them in my sights. Alright then. We'll see about that. Hunter Talia? Talia? Oh good, another Trapinch. That means Sand Attack. Let's try out the Shadow Ball. Ooh. That looks really cool. It didn't do too much damage though. I feel like maybe Shadow Rush did more. If I remember correctly, I think Ghost is a physical type in this game, and I think Misdreavus' special attack is higher than its physical attack, so I guess... Oh, we got a flinch, nice. I guess Shadow Ball's not going to hit tremendously too hard, but it's still boosted by same type attack bonus in the spell tag, so Maybe it was just a one-off, maybe it's the level gap kicking in, because this Trapinch is level 38. Level 24 for Plusle. Why do you have another Trapinch? Just to annoy me. Here we go again with this. Sandstorm, Ingrain. Oh boy. Yeah, Mischievous still got it. Doesn't need hyper mode for the crits. Ooh, that battle took a really long time. My target got away. Yeah, it must have been all the dust in your eyes. It's hard to aim like that, you know. Maybe you shouldn't use Sandstorm. The next time we meet, I really won't let you escape. Well, I'm just gonna walk over here right now and you're powerless to stop me, so bye. First things first, I think we need to do some healing. Let's see what we can do. We'll top off Artie, and we'll also top off Apollo, just for the sake of convenience, because we might want to bring Apollo into the fight. We're going to keep using Mischievous, because we're really nearly at an empty heart gauge. Hello, hello, hello. If you want to get by me, you have to watch my performance. Okay, let the show begin. Not going to make the same joke 3 times. I'm above that, apparently. Street Performer Noughts. Let's get this battle underway. Cacnea and Spinder. Okay. Have we seen a Spinder yet? I think we might have seen one. Ooh. That's an interaction I didn't think about. I always had a bit of a problem with Shadow Ball prior to Generation 4 because it's classed as a physical move, with Ghost being a physical type, but it lowers special defense as Plusle grows to level 25, very nice. But it actually works nicely in a double battle, where Mischievous moves first, hits something, lowers its special defense. Artie hits them with a Bite, which is special based, and it does more damage. That's really nice. Let's see if we can pull it off again. Actually, this time, Artie went first. Are these two speed tied? Huh. They must be. Also, I think this is the first Kadabra we've seen so far this game. Good to see some more new Pokemon and not just ground types in this area. That's an excellent animation. Well, that's that over and done with. Hitmontop hitting like a truck. Artie's so close to leveling up. Not quite, huh? My performance is ruined! You know, this is probably not the best place to be performing. Nobody would pay to see my show. Again, poor choice of location, I think. As cool as this area is, and I really like the floating platforms in the canyon, something I don't think I've ever seen anything like in a Pokemon game before. Yeah, probably not the best place for a performance. We'll keep using Mischievous for a little while longer, get that heart gauge completely empty. So we'll just top him off with another Super Potion. And let's fight. Number 7. All 6 were defeated. Sheesh, what were those incompetents doing? This is where the buck stops. Hunter Weeg. Or Weege? Luigi? Is that you? And there it is, the demon itself in Pokemon form. Sandslash. Yay, RC grew to level 33. And Plusle grew to level 26. Good stuff. There we go, get out of here. $27 for Plusle. And that brings us to the end of battle number 7. You put an end to me! I did, and hopefully to an end to this gauntlet as well. Because that's a lot of battles in a row. You made me lose. They're not gonna hire me again after this. Well, maybe you should get a more reliable job. Go work in an office or something. Misdreavus should be right at... Yeah. I'll tell you what, we will switch Misdreavus out. He's been doing really well, but we will lead now with Hitmontop and Apollo. Ah, looks like there's still even more, my goodness. I guess we're all a little guilty of underestimating you. You've earned some respect. But I'll make you regret ever having come here. Hey! Cypher Peon Kison. This is progress, I suppose. Houndour and Coughing. Haven't seen any Shadow Pokemon yet, but if there's one person who might have one, I would imagine it would be a Cypher Peon. An actual employee of this Cypher organization and not just the random hired grunts. Ooh, a Duskull. Well, easy come, easy go. Hitmontop hits really hard, actually. It's nice to see. And a Curlier. $28 for Plusle. Definitely think it was a good idea to bring Plusle here. Trying to learn Fake Tears. That lowers special defense, right? That sounds like a really powerful move to have in a double battle, and I was talking about not using Encore and keeping Helping Hand instead. I think I'm still going to keep Helping Hand. Quick Attack doesn't seem to be particularly valuable. I don't think Plusle will get much value out of it, so we'll get rid of Quick Attack and we'll put Fake Tears on. Hopefully we get a chance to use Plusle in battle sometime soon. It's catching up relatively quickly. Wow, Hitmontop doesn't even need crits to OHKO these things. What a boss. Really, really powerful Pokemon. Definitely doing a good job of earning its place on the team. It isn't right, I shouldn't lose! But you did. And that's the important thing. I shouldn't have battled you in the first place. Well, what were you gonna do, just let me walk past? I think you'd definitely lose your job if you did that. Okay, Hitmontop is still in hyper mode, so I think we'll continue leading with it, but maybe call it as soon as possible so we can get some potions on it. As we move on to battle number 9. Uh-oh, I see that guy in the distance. You've done well to get here, but there's no next battle for you after this. I'll destroy you thoroughly. We'll see about that. We've had a pretty good time with the battles so far, nothing particularly challenging, just annoying. As we see 2 Geodudes, I can only imagine what kind of strategy this guy has. If they're all about to blow up on me, I'm not going to be impressed. Luckily, leading with Hitmontop means double Intimidate for the win. So if they do decide to blow up, perhaps it won't be so threatening after all. We're going to call Hitmontop straight away, and actually open with a Reflect here, just in case. That should unlock Hitmontop's next move as well, we'll see what it gets. With Reflect up and Intimidate, these things are barely going to touch us. Yep, I called it. Didn't I call it? I called it. What a strategy, huh? Hitmontop held on with the first attack, and that still hit really hard through Intimidate and Reflect. That's actually going to knock out maybe both Pokemon if they both explode. Oh, and you have a Sand Slash as well. Yeah, here comes Self-Destruct number 2. Luckily, it does do damage to his ally Pokemon as well. Unfortunate Hitmontop goes down there, but it does almost half of Sand Slash's health. Apollo goes down too, goodness. I was prepared for this. I battled accordingly. I guess it's just a level gap, perhaps. But even then, Hitmontop is actually a higher level. It was just low on health. Well, I know someone that Self-Destruct won't affect if this guy has another Sandshrew. And we'll bring out Artie as a tank. I think we need to do some healing, though. Certain. That should completely open Misdreavus' Heart Gauge, though, which is nice. You only have a Sand Slash. Okay, so I'll tell you what. We'll confuse you, and we will also... Let's Secret Power you and see if we can get something like a Paralysis. Let's play the smart instead of just smacking it in the face. Which has worked for battles up until now, but the harder battles generally require a little bit of strategy, and this may be one of them. And that's Baron down. Why are you so outrageously strong? Might be something to do with the shadow Pokemon you guys keep gifting to me. But also a bit of strategy never hurt. Don't get a swelled head just because you beat me. Master Dakim will deflate your pride real quick. That must be him up there. He is huge. What is it with the really huge people in this game? Well, we're gonna go back to the Pokemon Center before we do anything else. Also, you know what? Misdreavus can be fully unlocked, so we're actually going to do that before we fight this guy. I'll be right back. There's a Pokemon that may open the door to its heart. It's Misdreavus. Misdreavus opened the door to its heart, and regained the move Psybeam. It also regained 4,000 experience points, which levels it up to 31. We're not going to nickname it for now. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And let's get back to Dakim. Alright, here we are, battle number 10, against this big guy. I think we're going to continue leading with Hitmontop because Intimidate is really valuable, and Apollo as well, because Reflect is also really valuable. But given the nature of these battles, I might be switching in to Artie for Taunt.
Fine. After all the persuading I did, you still won't hand it over? Huh. This is what happens to stubborn oafs who don't do as I say.
Hey! You treacherous swine! How could you refuse to battle?
Ha ha ha! Treacherous! You didn't think a worm like you could really win. All you had to do was hand over the Time Flute without making a fuss. It's your own fault for getting hurt. Since you're not cooperating, I don't have any choice but to haul you off to Iron's lab. Who are you? What are my underlings doing? That outfit of yours, you must be the troublemaker who messed with Scrub in Celebi's forest. And now you've come to mess with me, the great Dakim. Don't make me laugh. I'll pound a lesson into your flesh and bones so you'll never think of bothering me again.
Ooh, this is a large fellow. Cypher Admin Dakim. Ooh. What a guy. Really interesting outfit. Metang and Camerupt. Okay, well, given the theme of how these battles have played out so far, I'm expecting there'll be a lot of avoidance in this battle. Pokemon have liked to use things like Dig and Sand Attack, so we gotta be careful to battle accordingly. I'm also guessing that this guy's probably gonna have a Shadow Pokemon. Aha! You may be protecting yourself, but I decided to set up my defenses this turn, so we're alright. Let's set up the Reflect. Let's get Focus Energy rolling for Hitmontop, its next move. If this thing goes into Hyper Mode at any point this battle, it's probably going to crit every attack after one Focus Energy, so that's the logic behind that. They're going to continue to use things like Magnitude. I can see the reasoning behind the Protect now. Let's try and focus down this Camerupt, see how much damage we can do. I think this is the first time we've heard the actual Cypher admin theme, since Mirabee has his own personal one. This is pretty epic, all things considered. There's a lot of good stuff going on here. I really like Mirabee's theme because it fits Mirabee perfectly, but this is a really good theme in general. Right, Hitmontop, you're doing alright. Maybe not after this flamethrower, though. No, you decided to hit Apollo instead. Oof, that did a lot of damage, though. Okay. Let's see, how could we do this? Let's heal up Hitmontop. I feel like... no, actually. What we'll do, we'll switch out Hitmontop, and we'll heal Apollo on this turn. And let's put Misdreavus into the fight. Misdreavus has been working really well for us, and I want to kind of keep that going. We'll probably use a Hyper Potion here on Apollo. There we go. So this is going to be a relatively slow-paced battle with defensive moves, some strategy, and some healing. But I definitely don't want to lose, so we're going to play this smart. And not just smack things really hard, as has carried us through most of these battles so far. Nice, Camerupt hit itself. That's good. And let's put in a... Let's use a Confuse Ray on Metang. I think a Confusion will be enough to take out Camerupt. And then there's no sense in throwing too much damage into it. Especially because we don't know what's coming out in that slot after Camerupt. Metang decided to protect. That's fine, since we only used Confuse Ray on it. I'm not bothered by that. A little bit of experience there, and some more for Plusle. A Marshtomp. Ah, interesting. Another ground type to fit the theme, I suppose. Let's see, what could we do here? I'm going to continue trying to confuse this Metang. I feel like that might be useful, and we have the moves, so we might as well give it a go. This Marshtomp is relatively bulky, as is the nature of Marshtomp, but we got Confusion again. It seems to be our dominant strategy at the moment, is confuse everything. Which is fine, it might work. Just rolling that. Not really rolling a dice, I suppose it's like flipping a coin, because it's a 50-50 chance. So Earthquake shouldn't affect, and will not affect, Misdreavus in the slightest. And with Reflect still up, it doesn't hurt Apollo all that much. It actually does more damage to its own Pokemon. Nice, this is going really well for us so far. Reflect wore off, so we'll put that up again this turn. I think a Shadow Ball should be enough to finish off Marshtomp, and we'll set up Reflect again. If we can take out Marshtomp, I think we should be safe this turn. Misdreavus could be in KO range if it got hit by 2 moves, but taking out Marshtomp means we'll only get hit by 1, and so far this Metang has only really attacked with Earthquake. So Misdreavus should be pretty much safe. And very close to leveling up, which is also nice. Golem, okay. That's pretty tough. Another Confusion hit there. That's working out nicely for us. And let's think about this. He still has another Pokemon left after this. Ooh. Well, Metang hasn't been particularly threatening so far, so let's focus on Golem. And let's just keep the less threatening Pokemon. Oh. Well, I should have seen this coming, really. We'll keep the less threatening Pokemon in Metang out, though, because I'm guessing his last Pokemon's going to be a Shadow Pokemon. It's going to be his Ace. And Metang is not even able to hit us at the moment, which is great. There's no way this Golem double protects, right? Doesn't look like it, and Metang is using Protect this turn. Okay, so they're interchanging Protects. So we can get into the rhythm of that and attack the appropriate target, if that's going to be their strategy for the whole battle. Shadow Ball's probably not going to do a whole lot to this Golem, since it has sky-high defense. Yeah, but maybe we can get the special defense drop? Yeah, excellent. That's going to amp up Espeon's damage. There's Levitate. Protect, which means that the only one getting hit by this is Apollo. Goodness, okay, that did a fair amount of damage. But we will use Misdreavus' turn, then, to potion up Apollo, and then Apollo can attack... Well, Apollo can't really do a whole lot of anything to anyone. I'm assuming that Golem is going to protect this turn, so we'll just throw out a Confusion onto Metang. It's not going to do a whole lot, but it's better than doing nothing, and we can't really use any status moves, since our Reflect is up and we used Misdreavus' turn. Maybe I could have used Misdreavus' turn more effectively and healed on Apollo's turn, but it's fine. We've got this battle under wraps at the moment. We don't seem to be under any particular threat. Now the turn comes around in which we can attack Golem. Let's see how much damage we can do. Metang finally snapped out of Confusion. It's only going to use Protect. We'll throw another Confuse Ray out on it in a moment. Just going to keep that rolling. Nice damage, Espeon, Apollo. And the Shadow Ball should be enough to finish off the Golem. Good stuff. Let's see. What is his Ace? What is his Shadow Pokemon, assuming? 32 for Misdreavus. Nice. And level 30, 4+ also, catching right up. Oh! Oh, okay. That's an Entei. Oh boy! That's a Shadow Pokemon. It's also a legendary Pokemon. There are not many tools in our arsenal designed to fight an Entei. And it's fast. Of course it's fast. This could be a real problem. Nope, Misdreavus didn't stand a chance. That's okay, you did really good, Misdreavus. I'm proud of you. But now the time has come to send out the biggest guns possible, I think. Hitmontop's Intimidate's probably not very valuable against something that's attacking with special moves. So we'll send out Artie. Artie's reliable, Artie is tanky. Artie has moves that can help us out here, including Confuse Ray of his own. We'll set up another Reflect. Just in case it does bring out any physical moves, and it's definitely going to mitigate Earthquake damage as well. Yeah, that just tickles Artie. So we do need to try and snag this Entei. I'm guessing it's going to have a low catch rate, and we need to get rid of Metang before it knocks out Entei with Earthquake. But Metang is going to... It's going to protect this turn, presumably. Actually, it's not. Interesting. Maybe it only protects when it can interchange Protect with its ally. Either way, we're going to throw Confusion out onto Entei. Hopefully it's not going to knock itself out in Confusion. Ooh, Fire Blast. Right, okay. This could be a problem. Apollo has a lot of special defense, though. Yes. Ah, but the burn! No! And of course, the Synchronize has no effect. That's going to knock Apollo out this turn, I think. And the Earthquake would anyway, of course, from Metang. Well, again, Apollo, you did fantastically. Really carried the team for most of this fight, so I'm not too bothered. Oh, you... God damn it. That feels real bad, man. That feels real bad. I knew this was going to happen, but we just couldn't take Metang out in time. Ah, that's really frustrating. Should have seen this coming, really. Well, let's at least... You know what? I think Paralysis would probably be more valuable than Sleep here. So let's throw out the Parafusion. Ah, man, I'm gutted that we couldn't snag the Entei. I know that we'll have another chance to do it another time, but that was really tricky. Because up until then, the Earthquake is like a real detriment to his team and makes the battle a load easier for you, because he's constantly hitting super effective Earthquakes on his allies when they're not using Protect. And then ends up knocking out the Pokemon you're trying to snag with it. So, a double-edged sword, I suppose. Clever design, to be fair. I can't be too mad about it. And this is another battle in which, if I was to do it a second time, I would do things very differently. And hopefully we will have that opportunity. I'm not sure how the re-snags work, especially with boss Pokemon. I don't know if you just fight the same guy again and get another chance to snag their Pokemon. But if we do, then I know for the future what to do and what not to do. And we took Metang out. So we missed the snag, but we beat Dakim, and in the end that's the more important thing, that we didn't get swept by an Entei, because that could have been bad. And Plusle grew to level 31. And it's trying to learn Charge. We'll pass. I don't think we need that. It doesn't really fit into my design for Plusle, what I want it to do. Alright, we beat Cypher Admin Dakim.
Ah, you meddlesome pest!
That's what I do best, being a meddlesome pest.
The way you handled those Pokemon with your audacious skill. Who are you?
Master Dakim! Hey, it's Scrub.
Ah, Scrub! You were hopelessly outclassed against him. You had zero chance of winning. I'm pulling out for now. You go to Iron's lab and help out there.
As you wish, sir.
This isn't over yet. Stronger Pokemon are being made even now. You better get serious about training your Pokemon for our next meeting.
And he just jumps on out of here. Whoa. Well, it looks like this place goes on even further. And I suppose we have to talk to that guy, but let's first pick up this. An F-Disc. Interesting. I don't know what that is. Let's have a look. It's probably what we need to progress here, or the disc for moving the UFO forward. So I'm guessing that's what we need to progress here, but it's definitely time to take a break. We will continue on in the next part and see what else Mount Battle has for us. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.